Hey y'all, welcome back to the Lips Reaction channel. I'm Lips, and we continue our Game of Thrones journey today with Season 3, Episode 4, titled, "And Now His Watch is Ended." Who's dying? Season 3 might be my favorite season so far. Well, in part because the action kind of comes at us a lot quicker, and the world is a lot more familiar, right? So we can get a little bit deeper, a little more nuanced in things. That probably adds to it. So that's it so far. If you want to watch the full-length reaction, you can hop on into Patreon and watch it there. Otherwise, grab a drink, grab a beverage, grab a snack, grab a little blankie, whatever you need to enjoy this episode thoroughly. And I'll see you in there. Oh, is that a severed hand? Starting off strong. Oh, Jaime's severed hand.
Do you think we could shove up his ass?
Depends if he's had any practice. Is that the sort of thing you...
Brienne's worried about him. Interesting to see Jaime,
he's going to fall.
Taken down.
He's going to fall off his horse. Someone help him.
Kind of cruel. I can't really blame them though, but Jaime is very...
I die, you won't begin.
Oh, enough.
He's good at getting sympathy here.
Can't say that I've ever seen a man drink horse piss that fast.
Oh my god. Jesus. Okay. Okay. There, his energy's back all of a sudden. All right. Well, torment with the horse piss really got him going.
Stop!
Brienne willing to risk her life for him. Enough is enough.
I thought one of you little birds might have knowledge of my sister's intentions to...
End your life? I have no proof. Only whispers.
Whispers count for a lot, though, in his line of business.
I was going to tell you the story of how I was cut.
What are we opening up?
A certain man made my master an offer too tempting to refuse. He gave me a potion that made me powerless to move, yet did nothing to dull my senses. With a hooked blade, he sliced me. He burned my parts in a brazier. The flames turned blue, and I heard a voice answer his call.
Oh my god.
I still dream of that night. I dream of the voice from the flames.
Was it the Lord of Light?
And ever since that day, I've hated magic and all those who practice it.
Rightfully so.
I feel the need for actual revenge. Tried to have me killed.
Your sister?
Once I had served the sorcerer's purpose.
Washing his hands of it?
I resolved to live, and soon learned that the contents of a man's letters are more valuable than the contents of his purse. Made my way from the slums of Mere to the small council chamber. Influence grows like a weed. I tended mine patiently, where I managed to wrap them around something very special.
Sorcerer.
The sorcerer.
It's been a long time.
Oh my god.
The revenge you want will be yours in time.
And took him years.
For it.
People talk about the Night's Watch.
Can I have a minute?
When the walkers come calling, Craster will serve us up like so many pigs.
Bleak.
We'll have to look out for ourselves.
True.
Beautiful.
It's beautiful. Does he have a name?
No.
You're going to give him one?
Sam.
You're back, Teddy.
Beautiful.
I don't want your stupid thimble.
Oh, Gilly.
I don't have time for anyone but him because he doesn't have much time.
He doesn't.
You have to go after him.
It's gotta be a bad omen.
Mother, how many times have I told you? No climbing. Promise me. Promise me. Promise.
Oh.
Promise me, Dad. Promise me.
Oh.
Said that he was
Extraordinary. The most extraordinary man they've ever had.
What did he do to them?
I don't know, my lord. The girls are usually quite descriptive. They said it was hard to describe.
What the hell happened in that room?
And what did Littlefinger say about this loss of income?
He's leaving for the Eyrie soon. 2 feather beds. He's bringing 2 feather beds for the cabin.
Who's the second one for?
Rhaenyra Targaryen was murdered by her brother, or rather, his dragon. What's left of her is buried in the crypts, right?
Joffrey is so scary.
He thought drinking wildfire would turn him into a dragon.
Margaery plays her part well.
Sure, Lady Margaery doesn't find all this a bit macabre.
Oh no, it's quite all right, Your Grace. I'd love to see their tombs, really.
Like I said.
The tomb's just
I think Cersei sees it. She sees the games.
We mothers do what we can to keep our sons from the grave. We shower them with good sense, and it slides right off like rain off a wing.
And yet the world belongs to them.
Ridiculous arrangement in my mind.
You're not wrong.
Sometimes severity is the price we pay for greatness.
Don't say that to this man. Joffrey will take those words to an extreme.
If you give them your love, they will return it 1,000-fold.
Give them your love. She's gonna be good for his reign, isn't she? That look back. She is powerful.
Wait.
Uh-oh, Cersei. They love her. And by association, they love him.
How far is it to Deepwood Mott?
Not far, my lord. Your sister's waiting for you there.
I was thinking how jealous I was when my father told Yara to take this place.
What did he tell you to do?
Raid fishing villages. It's me. Thought I was a Stark. I could never be a Stark. Robb Stark always reminded me of that.
He lorded it over you.
Didn't have to. All he had to do was be.
All he had to do was be. Theon.
Better than his clothes.
Theon.
He's the king of the north.
He trusted you.
Father gave me a choice. And I made it.
So stand by it. Don't blame it on Rom.
It's Ironborn. It's what I was born to be.
I could always understand why Theon made the decision to not the taking of Winterfell. That was always, I think, a little much. But I could always see why he chose family over Starks.
The Stark boys.
Never found them. Just some poor orphans living with a farmer.
And you still murdered them and put them on display.
I let Dagmar slit their throats. And I let him burn the bodies.
You ordered it, though. And how
Make my father
father
proud.
back at you.
Maybe it's not too late.
That wasn't even ever going to make your father proud, though. Your sister tried to tell you. Well, maybe eventually it would have, but there's not a single iota of me that will ever feel bad for Theon.
And I chose wrong. Now I've burned everything down.
And now you can never go back.
I brought him back. He killed the others.
Oh my god, this guy. Wow, he had me.
Back where he belongs.
Oh, it's gonna be even worse for Theon. And do we feel bad? Oh god, feelings are complicated, aren't they?
What are you doing?
I'm dying.
Can't die.
Jaime.
I don't care about revenge.
You coward. Your misfortune, you're giving up.
Misfortune?
You lost your hand.
My sword hand. I was that hand.
You're defining yourself by one hand?
Where people have important things taken from them, and you whine and cry and quit.
Tell him, Brienne.
Like a bloody woman.
Okay, don't bring women into this.
I know what you did for me. You told them Tarth was full of sapphires. It's called the Sapphire Isle because of the blue of its water. You knew that.
Yeah, he saved your... Well, I don't know that they were gonna kill her, but... the way she was fighting back, he might have saved her life. Why did he help her?
I wanted to make sure we're doing everything we can to get him back.
And Catelyn Stark took Tyrion prisoner. What did I do in response?
You started a war.
Well, if I would start a war for that lecherous little stump,
Oh,
whatever I can.
kind of bold of her to second guess her father, Tywin Lannister, but she's in love.
Did it ever occur to you that I might be the one who deserves your confidence and your trust, not your son's?
Ooh.
Years and years of lectures on family and legacy. Did it ever occur to you that your daughter might be the only one listening to them, living by them?
She has my full backing here. She's hateable because she is strong-willed. And I stand by that, but I back her up here.
Contribute.
The Tyrells are a problem.
I knew she thought, yep.
Tyrells helped us defeat Stannis Baratheon. The Tyrells saved your life, your children's lives.
They were also treasonous, but...
She knows how to manipulate him.
That scares her deeply.
I wish you knew how to manipulate him. I don't distrust you because you're a woman. I distrust you because you're not as smart as you think you are. Had that boy to ride roughshod over you and everyone else in this city.
Oh, shit. He's not wrong. Oh, shit, Tywin. Okay.
Perhaps you should try stopping him from doing what he likes.
He would probably listen to Tywin, though.
I will.
Margaery can manipulate him, though.
Look, little loves. A spider in the garden. Grow strong.
A spider in the garden. I love the little ways we can talk about things because of the houses.
You've taken an interest in Sansa Stark?
Have I? Because I spoke to her once in this garden and one of your little spies came running to tell you?
Wow.
She's an interesting girl.
Is she?
No, not particularly.
Oh.
I thought we shared certain hopes for her well-being.
Walk with me. I know the walls have ears, but apparently the shrubbery does too.
I admired her father.
Yes. Ned Stark had many admirers. And how many stepped forward when the executioner came for his head?
None.
Help, Lord Stark. Perhaps I can help his daughter.
How?
You're not the only one who has taken an interest in her.
Littlefinger.
Littlefinger is not long for the capital. A confidant of mine has told me that when he goes, Sansa Stark goes with him. Littlefinger was born with no lands, no wealth, no armies. He has acquired the first two.
Is Littlefinger really gonna try to marry Sansa?
He is one of the most dangerous men in Westeros.
Yeah, he is.
If Robb Stark falls, Sansa Stark is the key to the north.
And if Littlefinger marries her, he'll have the key in his pocket.
Oh my god.
You must despise him. You're working so hard to undermine him.
Actually, I rather enjoy him. But he would see this country burn if he could be king of the ashes.
He's not wrong.
I have a possible solution.
That is all rather obvious, isn't it?
Is she to marry the Tyrell boy?
What did you pray for?
I can't tell you.
Why not? I'll tell you what I prayed for in the set this morning.
Oh, I want to be on Margaery's side, but I am scared. She's very masterfully manipulative. I just really want to see good things happen for Sansa.
I want us to be friends. Good friends.
That would make me very happy.
Sansa needs a friend. Please don't trick her.
I don't think the Queen would let me leave King's Landing.
The Queen Regent, you mean? Once I marry Joffrey, I'll be Queen. And if you were to marry Loras...
There it is. And she wants to marry Loras.
Place would be at Highgarden, wouldn't it? We would be sisters, you and I. Would you like that?
She would love that. Oh, look, Sansa still has hope for the beautiful life she thought could exist before all of this happened, doesn't she? Oh, I love that. She's so romantic.
He's a good man.
And now his watch is ended. Didn't think a broke foot could kill a man.
It wasn't his foot that killed him. That bastard Craster starved him to death.
Craster's got his daughters to feed.
Sam. What are you gonna do about
He's
it?
a bloody wildling's all he is.
You ever meet a man with 99 sons? And more daughters than I can count.
He's had 99 sons.
Whose throat are you gonna cut, old man?
Wait outside.
It's cold outside, and there's nothing to eat.
My wives give you bread.
There's sawdust in the bread.
Uh-oh, there's a lot of disruption in the crows right now.
I'd rather eat what you've got hidden away.
Uh-oh.
He's sitting there, drinking our wine, eating his fill while we die.
I mean, they're not wrong.
I've got to feed my women!
So you admit you've got a hidden larder then?
Out! I am a godly man!
You're a stingy bastard!
Bastard.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
And you! And you! I'll chop the hands off the next man who calls me bastard.
Is he, though? Is that why he doesn't let his sons live?
You are a bastard.
He did it.
A daughter fucking wildling bastard.
Oh, he doubled down. Oh, shit.
Always reacts to food, or you'll get the same as he did.
Not the daughters. Shit.
I shall have your head.
Oh, they're all turning on each other now. Sam, just go get Gilly. I'm surprised he had enough in him to kill one last person. Oh shit.
I'm not going out there.
We have to go! Now!
How? I don't know. We don't have any horses.
Follow me. I know the best way.
Yes, she would know the best way.
Run fast, piggy! And sleep well! I'll be cutting your throat one of these nights!
Oh, that couldn't have gone down any more horribly.
What is this place? Somewhere neither wolves nor lions come prowling.
You think carrying a crooked spear makes you a soldier?
Fighting in a war makes you a soldier.
Beric Dondarrion. You've seen better days.
And I won't see them again.
Stark deserters. Brazen deserters.
Shit. The Hound is upsetting.
From it.
Last I heard, you were King Joffrey's guard dog.
Damn.
Which of us is running? You prey on the weak. The Brotherhood without banners will hunt you down.
You found God.
I've been reborn in the light of the one true God.
Without banners. Uh-oh.
Dump your dead children at some other door.
House Clegane was built upon dead children. I saw them lay Prince Aegon and Princess Rhaenys before the Iron Throne.
See, you can't have that much shit happen without there being pockets of disrupt like this that turn against the regimes.
You want to cut my throat? Get on with it! But don't call me murderer and pretend that you're not.
You murdered Micah. He was 12 years old. He was unarmed. And you rode him down.
It's true, he did.
I was Joffrey's sworn shield. The boy attacked the prince.
That's a lie. I hit Joffrey. Micah just ran away.
Not my place to question princes.
Maybe it is.
But no one here knows the truth of the charge, so it is not for us to judge you.
Oh!
Only the Lord of Light may do that now.
Are we gonna meet the Lord of Light?
Trial by combat.
With who?
So, who will it be? Or is the little girl the bravest one here?
She's definitely up there.
Aye. She might be.
She might just be.
It's me you'll fight.
Okay, let's do it.
He says you would be wise to blood them early.
She's got her army.
The masters will buy the healthy ones and for a good price.
And she's giving them a dragon. Hi. But won't it starve without her? Technically? Something like that. Well, it's weaker without her, isn't it?
This is done. You hold the whip.
She has her army, but she's about to kill him, isn't she? No?
Dovageris!
Uh-oh. A dragon is not a slave.
The
blood of old Valyria. She understood him the whole time. Holy.
Dracarys.
Oh my gosh. She did it. I'm so proud of her. Yes! That's my Khaleesi, baby. That's my Khaleesi. That is our Daenerys, mother of dragons. Holy. Holy.
Jemut live sorry. Kenzo tubi. Jemut taivri depan. Hendo jagun Charles lui valimiri. Hendo jagun Costas.
Will anyone?
Veli velat. Untari valotti.
Silence. In her own soft way, she raised an army. It's actually, she's more badass than a lot of characters. And they're free. They aren't fighting as slaves. Yes! Step on it! Step on the whip. Wow. Wow! Holy god. She was never gonna give up a dragon. Shit, we should have known. And now his watch is ended. That is episode 4 of season 3. Best episode of the season so far. Best episode of the season. But episode 6, seasons 1 and season 2 is both one of my favorite episodes of those seasons, respectfully. So I'm keen to see if episode 6 will also be one of my favorites. I imagine it will be. Just pacing of things wise. But this was such a good episode. That ending, like I said at the beginning, because we have this world, because we have these characters, and we have a lot of the story built up now, and we have this foundation set, we're getting more and more nuanced, and we're getting to progress the story at a different pace than it used to progress at, because now we don't have to explain so much, which is nice. And I'm eating it up. I'm eating this story up. It's so freaking good. Holy. I'm in awe, actually. It's very good. I just, this is as good of a show as people say it is. And I know I say that all the time, but I truly, truly mean it. And from the bottom of my heart, I truly am so grateful that people are experiencing this with me. So thank you for joining me on this journey for Game of Thrones. This has been season 3, episode 4. And we saw a lot of the scripts flip, right? We saw a lot of the people who hold false power or power by title. We kind of are starting to see that power slip away from them. So we're starting to see the unrest that has been building up in different groups kind of turn on the people who feel safe in their positions of power because they either have people protecting them or they have a title or they have a name. We're starting to see that kind of fall away. And interestingly enough, Daenerys is an interesting kind of pin in this, right? Because she has this powerful name, but she hasn't had power. But now look at her. She stuck to what she believed in and she got there. Now, someone I would love to carry back up with, and I think we'll get there soon because we have, of course, I think Jaime and Brienne are going to be on their way to Robb Stark. I imagine that's where they're going, at least. I'm interested to see how Robb handles this. He was one of my favorite leaders. And I stand behind him still. The Starks are an easy family to love. And so, I think there's I don't know if prejudices is the right word or biases from season 1 that I hold pretty strongly to as the stubborn person that I am. So the Stark family, it's going to be really hard for me to kind of dislike or disagree with a lot of what they do. Maybe not disagree, I can disagree, but to like draw a line in the sand and say that I dislike them is maybe a little bit harder for me. But then it will, I think it will always be hard because we've got characters like Arya who I've always been a fan of, and Sansa, who I've had my moments of wanting her to be better, wanting her to be stronger. But there's an interesting comment someone made recently on YouTube, so that would have been somewhere around season 2, episode 6, about how Sansa is lost because she lost her direwolf. So there is this difference to her that makes sense in a lot of different ways, but we're seeing her kind of understand the world around her, and the rose-colored glasses or the ideological way that she viewed the world is changing. She still has that in her though, and that's what I love about her the most. She's still, as aggravating as it is sometimes for her to be so naive, sometimes I shouldn't say sometimes. I do think that the reality of the world has kind of slapped the brattiness out of her. I think what I disliked was this like righteous energy that she held. Like, this was, you know, she's gonna marry Joffrey and she's gonna be this queen and everything's gonna be perfect. And you know, it sucks to see that how reality had to kind of come at her so fast, but it did, and she's handling it very, very well. And I could say that I was maybe a little harsh on her, sure, but she is becoming a character that I really, really love. And you know, she puts a good name on the Stark family. Her and Arya put great energy behind the Stark family name. And of course you've got Bran and Rickon, who have really, well, Bran has a very interesting storyline. Rickon's storyline kind of doesn't, Rickon is kind of just there a lot, and I'll be interested to see if he ever gets like his own world or story as the seasons move on. I can imagine that there's definitely time for that. Bran's storyline is a little bit different than the rest of the show right now, so he's kind of an outlier. Yes, he has the Stark name, but when I think of the Starks, I don't necessarily think of Bran in terms of upholding the image or association I have with the Stark family, so to say. Not that he isn't in the Stark family, but when I'm making these comments about like how I feel about the Starks as a whole, Bran doesn't really factor into those feelings, those emotions. It's Arya, Sansa, Lady Stark, and Robb of the ones that are alive. And honestly, Jon Snow. I know he's not a Stark. I know he's a Snow. I know he's a bastard, but yeah. So I'll be interested to see how Robb's storyline continues. Cersei is in an interesting position right now. I stand behind her as a woman, but Tywin did read her for filth, and I don't think he was wrong in what he was saying either. So interestingly enough. Yeah, those are just some quick thoughts off the top of my head. If you want to have more in-depth discussions about it, I'd love to interact with the comments and whatnot. If you spoil anything in the comments, I do generally just mute you so that I don't spoil the things for me. So just be mindful about what you post so that we can continue to have conversations in the comments, because I do love to have them. Also, their Patreon, we can have conversations in the Patreon if you join over there, comment on the videos. Yeah, so I'd love to discuss further, because I keep it somewhat abbreviated, my thoughts here, but I do love to have back and forth. As long as you're kind, the door is always open. There's no need to be hasty or rude to each other, please. And that means going back and forth with each other as well. Keep the comments nice, you know. We can disagree. There's nothing wrong with disagreeing with someone, and I stand by that. But it's how you disagree. Okay? All right, that's it for me, guys. I'm Liv. Don't forget to like and subscribe on this video. Full-length reactions on Patreon, and I'll see you in the next one.